When it comes to knowing that you're going to keep the lights on, it is important that you have a way to do that. And when the grid goes down, Generac generators come up almost instantly. I mean, within seconds. As soon as your power goes off, this kicks in. I've seen them work. It's pretty incredible stuff. And with today's technology, you can be assured that when the power goes off and you're on the grid and there's a storm or for some other reason your power goes off, the Generac generator kicks in and you keep going. You can still have your family feel secure at your house. The stove, the oven, the microwave, computers, your TV, all of it will still work. The lights stay on. Everybody else around you may be dark, but you keep going. Now, think if you have a business, whether large or small, if you have a business and you have a Generac generator, you're going to keep going. You're not going to miss a beat. You're not going to skip anything. And that means money. It's either going to, if you go without power, it's going to cost you money. If you stay on, you make money. That's what R&R Controls specializes in, is keeping you going. And that's why we say with R&R Controls, never be without. All you got to do is give them a call and they'll even set up financing for you. If you think it's out of reach, it's not. Generac Generators, the number one name in generators. 270 777 2024. 270 777 2024. Generac and R&R Controls, never be without. Ooh, I like that music. I like the countdown music. That was new. New countdown music. I just randomly selected something and it's like, here it is. And I'm like, ooh, I like that. Yeah, that's good. I like it. All right. Welcome into 270 weather for the 270 area code and beyond. I'm Chris Allen, in case you did not know. And today is Thursday, July the 10th. And here we go. We had a few isolated showers today. Not everybody saw that. Isolated means just that. It means here's one, there's one, here's one here, here's one up here, but everybody else is dry. That's kind of how isolated showers work. You can even see on the radar, which I'll show you this in a moment, but you can see there's a few down there and a few up there and one or two back here. It's kind of that way. It's isolated showers. And that's what we've had today. Some of you, though, that did pick up an isolated shower got a brief, heavy rain shower, and then it was gone. It just dissipated, went away. And that's how isolated showers work. All right, let's show you the numbers from today. 89 was the high, 1 degree below normal. The normal high, 90. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Stop it. I got these little pop-ups, and every time one pops up, it goes doo-doo-doo-doo. I didn't mean for that noise to happen, but anyway. 89 the high, 73 the low. No rainfall at the airport for the past 24 hours. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you the Plano cam. Well, let's go to that, and there it is. The current time is 7:12 p.m. Central Daylight Time on this Thursday, July 10th, what I like to call Little Friday. And we really didn't have any showers here today, here in Plano itself, but on my way from the TV station back here to home in Plano, I ran through one shower. I think it was out on Campbell Lane or Lover's Lane. I forget which one I was going down. And I mean, it came down. It came down good. Uh, so it for like, I mean, all of 3 minutes, maybe four, then it was over. And now we're just seeing some leftover clouds with the sun as it's getting ready to set here in Bowling Green. And we'll look to repeat this same thing tomorrow. It appears we'll have just a small chance of more of those isolated showers that will just kind of pop up. All right, let's take a look at radar here at 7:14 p.m. And there's not a whole lot out there, as mentioned, and that's exactly what is meant by isolated showers. Here's a look at some decaying showers in Hart County. Notice there was one, two, three east of I-65 and 31W, east of Munfordville, but most of those are about gone. Here's some up here southeast of Hodgenville. Those are dying out. And once the sun goes down, these will completely fade out. Other showers way over here in Sandy Gap, Rocky Hill Heights, Tyner, Kentucky. That is way north of London, Kentucky. This is I-75 as it goes through Mount Vernon, Kentucky. North of London, there's Corbin. Go up to Richmond, that's I-75, Berea, and US 25. That's where you're looking right there at those showers. Nothing really back here to the west. It's all pretty quiet. As far as what's in Tennessee, there's some shower activity over toward Oneida. And that's about it. So whatever showers you may be seeing, if you're out there, they're not going to last long. Once we lose the daytime heating, they all just kind of fade away. Yeah. So that's the way it looks right now. Let's go to the Kentucky Mesonet Network and check some numbers. Here at 7:15 p.m. 70s out here where they've seen rain today in that same area of southeastern Kentucky. But for us, it is still in the 80s, mid 80s, pretty much 84, 86, 84, 82, 83, 84, 83. You get the idea. Rainfall, let's see who got something. Well, look at there. Adair County. Columbia picked up almost an inch of rain today. 9/10. 39 hundredths, almost 4/10 of an inch of rain in Hart County, where we were just looking on the radar. Nothing here in Bowling Green. Even though there were, as I mentioned, those little brief showers that lasted all of 2 or 3 minutes, it didn't hit the rainfall sensors here. So, nothing. Nothing officially, anyway. Winds are light and variable. Notice the arrows are all over the place and pretty much in all directions. There's no steering winds out there. That means the air is starting to become stagnant again. And really, it has been until you get a cold front or you get a gust front or a line of storms come through, and then the winds will kind of go unidirectional. But that hasn't been the case. They're all over the place. And that's because there are no steering winds to really change the wind's direction to one way or the other. They're all over the place. Excuse me, and that's going to continue. Dew points still running high in the 70s. That does not look to change either. So if you were hoping for some change, no, not really anytime soon. Let's go to the maps. And here we go with this evening. Showers ending, some patchy fog again. We had some really thick fog this morning, especially back into western Kentucky where they had dense fog advisories, and middle Tennessee as well. But after we got on into the day, it was fine. Tomorrow morning, though, I do think we could see more foggy areas. You see there, 7 a.m., pretty good coverage of fog, especially if you picked up any raindrops today or showers. You're more likely to see fog tomorrow morning. For your finally Friday, here's Friday afternoon. Same thing, different day. Isolated showers in the heat of the afternoon. Those fade away after dark. This is 7 o'clock Friday evening. Now, Saturday, with the approach of this cold front and an area of low pressure back into Kansas, as it starts to move in, we're going to see a little better chance of more widespread showers and thunderstorms as we get into Saturday afternoon, which you're looking at right there, Saturday evening, but especially Sunday. Sunday looks to be the rainiest, if you will, the rainiest day. Numerous showers and thunderstorms. Here's Sunday morning, and here's Monday morning as the cold front finally begins to make its way through. We'll see showers and thunderstorms then. We get a little break, and that little break will be as the cold front tries to come through, but then it stalls and falls apart. Now, there's still enough there to produce a shower or thunderstorm at some point as we get into Tuesday, but the chances are pretty slim. We get into Wednesday. Yeah, there's a disturbance. Oh, my goodness. What are these things going on here? Okay. There's these little pop-ups here that keep. I apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen. It's a distraction. Here we are, 7 a.m. Wednesday. There's a little shortwave trough and then another cold front back to the west. And that is going to keep a chance of showers and thunderstorms, not just Wednesday, but into Thursday next week as that front starts to push right through the area. And here we go. Another week of daily showers and thunderstorms. Now, on some days, there's just not going to be much, but on other days, it is going to be, those big booming thunderstorms. And the thing is that every single day in the next 7 days has rain in it. That doesn't mean it's going to rain the whole time, but you know how this works. Lately, the pattern has been daily chances of rain. Even though it doesn't rain all day, the chances there at some point, somebody watching me is going to get rain every single day. All next week. Unrelenting. You may see sunshine for a while, and then somebody 5 miles down the road is getting a deluge. That's how it works. Here's a look at the blender, and the models are indicating an average of low 90s each and every day through not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, the 20th. This what you're looking at right here is smack dab in the middle of July. Low 90s each and every day, and each and every day will have a chance of rain, as I just mentioned. It just doesn't want to get up or get away. I mean, it gets up, but it doesn't want to get away. I'm that way sometimes. I can't get up and I can't get away either. Uh, 91 tomorrow was still an isolated shower. Upper 80s to low 90s through the weekend. As you can see, the best chance is Sunday. Actually, that chance has gone up to 70% on Sunday. And then just smaller chances to scattered showers for the start and the middle of next week. Crazy, crazy stuff. So, by the way, the debate goes on today. What I'm hearing now uh, from and some of this that you're seeing back here. Look, there's Fox Weather. Here's the Weather Channel. There's AccuWeather. AccuWeather's talking about sharks, but the Weather Channel and Fox Weather is talking about the flood emergency in Texas. This has been an ongoing thing, but the thing I've noticed today with the coverage is that the media outlets are asking the question, could this have been prevented? Was there enough warning? You know, and they're going on and on and on, and it's all to grab attention. It's all to make you watch, click, share, like. It's all about that. Now we're just getting into just wild speculation. How could we have prevented this? You know, I don't know where humans get away with thinking that we somehow can stop such things from happening. We can make the world stop turning. We can make the sun stop shining. We can either make it rain or not rain. We can make it come a hurricane or a tornado, or maybe we can tell them to stop. I mean, this is how crazy and wild it has gotten with people just scratching their head trying to figure out, okay, what can we do? You know, sometimes you can't do anything. What can you do? Is there something you can do? You can prepare. Oh, there's a concept. There's an idea. Instead of trying to come up with these big, wonderful, glorious, it sounds so good. We're going to create this thing that is going to make it impossible for a place to flood. Or we're going to make it so that we can no longer have hurricanes or tornadoes. We're just going to create something, us, people, humans, we're going to create something that is going to stop all the bad weather. And we're going to make the earth much better than it ever has been since its existence. We, humans, are going to do it. You know what the problem with that is? It takes preparedness totally out of the picture. It doesn't put any responsibility on us as humans to prepare. You know, the storms have been going on for ages. But now all of a sudden we think, number one, that they're getting worse. Number two, that somehow we can stop it. You can't. I don't care what anybody says, you cannot stop a storm. What you can do is prepare for it. You're not going to be able to stop a storm. You're just not. No one is ever going to come up with a way to stop a storm. So, what's the only other course of action that you can take? Right. Prepare. And that's what we're not doing. I'm not saying in Texas they didn't prepare. But while they're trying to beat their heads against the wall, like, why didn't they know? Why didn't they pay attention to the warning? Why didn't they hear that trouble was coming? Uh, it was 1 o'clock in the morning and they were asleep. You're in an area that probably didn't have very good cell service. Now, the thought of putting up some sirens to let somebody know that, hey, trouble's coming, you need to figure out, look at something that's got a weather radio or something that says trouble is coming. It's catastrophic. It's going to be life threatening. Those kind of messages were sent out way before all of that flooding happened. And they were well staffed at the National Weather Service offices. That has been documented. So for everybody to go around beating their heads like, what happened? What happened? Oh, next time we're going to develop a way to just totally eradicate this threat and be done with it. No, you're not. You're not capable of doing that. But you are capable of being prepared. Right? Right. So when you're prepared, if you will just listen to us, when we say this could happen, doesn't mean that it will, but if you just listen to us when I know you don't like it, when we preach, we get on TV and we're telling you take this step and that step and this step and that step, and you're like, oh, I've heard it before, move to higher ground, turn around, don't drown. You guys come up with all these silly sayings and blah, blah, blah. But it's never going to happen to me. It's going to happen to somebody else. Tornado coming down the bypass, that's not going to happen to me. I don't live near the bypass, so I'm not going to worry about it. Get off my TV. I'm trying to watch my show. That's what we hear. And we're like, I can't believe. Well, let me take that back. I started to say, I can't believe no one's taking it seriously. But there are some of you that do take it seriously. You prepare and you take action. And again, I'm not saying that they didn't take action and they didn't prepare in Texas or anywhere else that's had a flood lately. There's been a lot of them. And we had our turn back in February and in April. What did I say every single day leading up to those floods? Get ready. Here it comes. Potentially catastrophic, potentially life-threatening, maybe even record-breaking. You remember me saying all that? I said it here, and I said it on television. Now, it's on you after that as to what you do with that information. You can ignore it, or you can follow it and say, you know what, just in case, I'm going to be ready. That's what we have to do to save lives. It's not to build a big wall or a big dam or train the rivers to go a different direction when there comes heavy rain. You cannot stop it. And to think that you can is putting yourself above God. And see, there's the real issue. There are people that don't believe in God, and they think they can set themselves up as God, and I'm going to be this great human, and come up with this way to stop the bad weather. Okay, you can try, but you're going to fail. You're going to fail. The best thing you can do is prepare, period. All right, I've preached enough. You guys have a great Thursday evening. Thank you, as always, for watching, and God bless.